All right, welcome to Rec Sports at Home, nutrition tip number 2. So last time Brady and I discussed a little bit about why and how we're eating before we ever want to talk about what we're eating. Well, today, let's talk about protein. So we want to talk about some of the benefits of eating protein, why we should be eating protein, and let's talk about a few sources where we think would be a good idea for you to get them from. So let's get started.
So when we talk about the benefits of eating protein, especially in our field, we deal with a lot of folks who are coming to us looking to gain and build more muscle mass on their bodies. And we always, in a way Andy likes to put it, is talk about Legos. So if you're going to build a Lego tower, what do you need?
Legos.
You need Legos. And it's very similar with protein. If you want to build more muscle on your body, you're going to need that protein, because that's going to be the big source of building that foundation.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that it's just for building. So if I'm not a bodybuilder, why do I need to be taking in protein? Well, say you're on the opposite side. Say that you're trying to decrease a little bit of body weight. Well, most of us aren't really trying to decrease our muscle tissue. We're usually trying to decrease our body fat. And so what protein will actually do is keeping our lean tissue mass up as high as we can while we're decreasing body fat will make sure that our resting metabolism stays up. Our resting metabolic rate is really set up by how much lean tissue we have on our body. And so it's expensive to maintain, so our body needs to actually burn through calories in order to maintain that tissue. Keeping our protein high in our diet, like Brady is indicating, even when we're trying to decrease body fat, is going to be extremely beneficial.
So another 2 benefits to eating more protein in your diet is 1, it really just helps you feel more full when eating. And 2, your body really works harder to eat protein and to digest that protein in comparison to eating carbohydrates, for example, as the thermic effect of feeding is increased with that protein.
Yeah, another really big one is that our protein storage is always, think of a bathtub with the drain out. It's always going out. And so what we need to be doing is always putting in. Unlike carbohydrates or body fat, where we can store those, we don't store protein. Our amino acid pools are finite and they continually are draining because our body is continually using protein. So the more that we can take in, the better we have at maintaining our lean tissue, either while we're trying to gain muscle or decrease body fat.
So where do we get these protein sources from? Some of the more common sources that are going to be easier to get are things like fish, meats, dairy products, beans, eggs, things along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, soy is another one out there. So that if you're vegan, you're looking for a plant source, soy is a pretty good source of protein. And some of us have a difficulty trying to get the amount of protein that we would consider. And we're not going to give you a recommendation for how much protein you should get. I think that's something I want you to research on your own. If you have any questions, you can ask the trainer on that feature on our website. So click the Ask the Trainer button. We can give you a little bit more specifics for your situation. But one specific place that we have recommended in the past is a protein powder. So it's a protein supplement. If you're having difficulty getting enough protein in your diet, that's one option for you to be able to, again, supplement your diet with a protein powder. But we do make one caveat. Since the USDA does not actually test supplements here in the United States, we actually have a great website for you to go to. We don't get any paid advertisement from this, so feel free to feel like this is completely on the up and up. But go to labdoor.com, LABDOOR.com. They actually test the ingredients, the efficacy, the safety of the protein powders and different protein sources, and then actually give you places where you can buy them. And they don't get paid either from that. So check it out, labdoor.com. That's going to be a great source for you in looking at protein. And write in the comments below on what you'd like to see us talk about next week. Thanks for listening and have a great week.